My name is Barack Obama, President of the United States of America, and I am running for re-election this year against my major opponent, Mitt Romney, on November 6th. We are gathered here today to discuss some very important issues and my stance on them before you vote on November 6th. These issues include gay marriage, abortion, our economy, and health care. As your president, it is my primary duty to make sure our laws are carried out and our government is running effectively. It'd be almost impossible for me to do this without showing you and taking great stance on these issues. With that being said, let us begin. Our first issue on the agenda is gay marriage. In May of this year, I announced my support of gay marriage. This came after 2 years of constantly evolving. I had talked to LGBT colleagues, family, friends, neighbors, and I saw the constraint in them. Even LGBT soldiers, even after Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed, they had something about them that just still weighed them down. And it was because they couldn't commit to a marriage. So now I've come to a point for me that is so important to go ahead and affirm that I think same-sex couples should get married, and that is how I happily stand on this issue. Nextly, we have the controversial issue of abortion and contraception. I'm a clear supporter of pro-choice, and I remain committed to making sure that that right does not get removed from a woman and that it stays as a constitutional right. However, I do believe that we need to unite in the determination to prevent unplanned pregnancies, support pregnant women, reduce the need for abortion, encourage healthy relationships, and promote adoption. In uniting and doing this, we can ensure that our daughters have the same rights, freedoms, and opportunities as our sons do to fulfill their dreams. By coming together and doing just that, it is a great step forward for our nation. Thirdly, it is imperative for me to discuss with you the issues of our economy. In my presidential term, I was plagued by the financial crisis of 2008. I, in turn, had the GDP growth turning positive by the third quarter of 2009, followed by job losses stopping in March 2010. At this present time, it does seem that recovery of the economy is stalling. Indeed, it is not. We are still pushing harder to move forward. It is the unfortunate part that I cannot seem to force businesses to hire until they feel confident that consumer demand is going to be stable. In the efforts to fix this problem of low consumer demand and sustainability, Congress and myself approved a $350 billion extension of previous tax cuts, a $56 billion extension of unemployment benefits, and a $120 billion reduction in workers' payroll taxes. Yet we still made sure that businesses would have the right track to stop layoffs and begin hiring. We did this with the multi-billion-dollar Big Three automotive bailout and the $787 billion economic stimulus package. My administration and myself are working hard in ensuring that our economy will get better in the present and get even better in the future. Finally, the long-awaited issue of health care. We are trying everything possible to ensure that every American citizen has what they need to live a happy and healthy life, which the first thing to be fixed for this is insurance. The reform for this started in March 2010 when Congress approved the $940 billion Health Care Reform Act. This is now continuing with Obamacare. This is an extension of the Patient Protection and Affordable Health Care Act. The goal is simple: to provide every U.S. citizen with insurance and this will not replace Medicare or Medicaid. The plan will cut our deficit over $1 trillion over the next 2 decades. It will put a cap on how much your insurance premium will go up and will also require employers with more than 50 people to provide insurance. This will not cut any jobs as well. 19 Americans will actually begin receiving tax credits to help pay for their health care. The main goal is this, to also make sure that all preventative care is covered under insurance. This also begins a big step in moving forward to a healthier, happier, better American country. Therefore, I hope that after discussing these major issues of gay marriage, abortion, the economy, and healthcare, you know what stance I am taking on these, and that it is for me to continue my major duties in ensuring that our government is being run properly. So as November 6th comes up and you're going to vote, keep this in mind, that under our administration, in the words of my wife, we have learned about dignity and decency, that how hard you work matters much more than how much you make, that helping others means much more than just getting ahead of yourself. We learn about honesty and integrity, and that the truth matters, that you don't take shortcuts or play by your own set of rules, and success doesn't count unless you earn it fair and square. Thank you all, and God bless.